Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen.
Hi there.
We've been getting a lot of requests for a house tour, and it's been a while since we've done one, so we are throwing open the door, starting with our living room, also known as the Velveteen Lounge.
The place where all the production happens.
That's right. Most of our videos are shot right here, and I thought that no tour of the Velveteen Lounge would be complete without a lovely libation. So I've created this one, especially for this occasion, and I'm calling it the Velveteen Lounge Spring Special. To make it, all you do is combine 2 ounces of Reposado tequila, 1/2 ounce ginger liqueur, 1/2 ounce sour cherry liqueur, and 3/4 of an ounce fresh lime juice. Shake with ice, strain into a cocktail glass, and top with a splash of chilled cava or Prosecco. What do you think?
I pronounce it good.
I love it. Cheers.
Prosit.
As you can see, a lot of our decor is based around records.
Because it's a 12 by 12 piece of ready-to-frame art.
Exactly, and they're cheap, they're fun, and they make frames for them, so why wouldn't we decorate with records?
Buy a few frames, hang them on your wall. Ready to go.
Exactly. So each of us has chosen 5 of our favorite records in no particular order, and we both reserve the right to have 5 different favorites tomorrow because we have a lot of records up in our attic.
It'll change in the next 5 minutes.
Exactly. So we've each chosen 5 of our favorites to share with you, and I'm going to start. And the first one I chose is Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, Whipped Cream and Other Delights.
What else? The record that should be in everybody's record collection
Exactly. It's perfect for happy hour. It's fun. It's peppy. I don't think it's ever the wrong time for this record.
I will play that any day of the week, anytime.
So I thought I would do a little reading from the back of it because it's very entertaining.
A reading from Herb Alpert.
A reading from Whipped Cream and Other Delights. We noticed another joyous thing. Herb Alpert was something special. His good looks and sensitivity brought an immediate response from the industry. The word is that Herb Alpert could make stardom in films. The agents, bookers, managers, and publicists picked on Herb and the Brass, and the phones started ringing. Life, Herb Alpert, and the Tijuana Brass are in happy harmony. Amen. And apparently you can still see him on tour. We have not had the pleasure yet, but our friends who have say he's amazing. So, my second choice, Elvis.
From the NBC TV special.
Yes. The people call it the comeback special. It was not called that at the time, but this is a fantastic record. And if you could only have one Elvis record, I humbly suggest this would be a good one to have. It's got Guitar Man, so many of my favorites, but his version of Saved is fantastic.
Kind of sells it and kind of sends you to church.
Exactly. So, highly recommend that one. I randomly chose this one because any Lou Rawls record is a great choice and belongs in your collection. Basically, anything he recorded is fantastic. One of my favorites for a long time, Boots, Nancy Sinatra.
The actual whole Boots album.
The
Wow.
actual whole Boots album. I love this record. It's got Day Tripper, which I love. Of course, these boots are made for walking, which...
The big hit.
Hello, just shut it down. These boots are made for walking. I love that one. But it's also got Lies.
Fantastic version
too.
of the Knickerbockers' Lies.
Yes.
Got to hear it.
So that is another one of my favorites. And my absolute favorite record in our collection. I don't care what day it is. I said I reserve the right to have 5 different favorites on any given day. This will be in my 5 favorites any day of the year. Camp Roosevelt, the golden years. I know you're thinking, what? I think there was just like the sound of like crashing or something right there as everyone said, what? Why is this her favorite record?
Well, Camp Roosevelt on Sackett Lake in Monticello, New York. That's just right around the corner, folks, from us. A haven of health and happiness.
A haven of health and happiness. It was a Is there a nice way to say it?
It's a fat camp.
It was a fat camp that people sent their kids to back in the day. I don't know if it might still be there.
Yep.
But yeah, Camp Roosevelt.
Somebody got the bright idea. These kids who are here for another reason should make a record.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm sure they wanted something to sell to the parents at the end of the summer. So I don't know. What should we have these kids do that we could sell? A yearbook? A photo album? No.
Craft stuff?
Let's have
No.
them make a record.
Cut a record.
Because a lot of these kids must have singing talent, right? Because let's have them make a record. Nope.
Zero of these kids have singing talent.
Nope. No singing talent there at all.
Whatsoever.
I could listen to this record every day of my life. Okay, but the best part of it is their cover of Pinball Wizard, which is the Softs.
Second-year kids there.
Softs. Yeah.
Kicking it out on a Pete Townsend
Pinball
original.
Wizard, and also Aquarius. Aquarius is, it just says from hair. They don't credit the kids. Just Aquarius from hair.
So you know which Aquarius we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. They also do Consider Yourself. Ghetto Child. The juniors do Ghetto Child.
Oh, boy. Topical stuff there, kids.
It's just, yeah. I could not love this record more. It is not humanly possible. So let's hear it for Camp Roosevelt.
Woohoo! 3 cheers for the kids getting in shape.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, at
I
the end of
love that
all that, they
record
were
so
probably a
much.
lot more trim, but they still couldn't sing.
They still couldn't sing. No.
So 5 records that I chose at random in no particular order.
Okay.
Just some fun stuff, and this will change in the next 5 minutes. Let's start with Martini Time.
Oh.
Art
That's a
Van
good
Dam.
one.
Now, he's a real classic.
Good one.
Accordionist, and you think, really? Yeah, kind of an easy listening thing. Kind of easy listening jazz. It's actually very well done. Great selection of standards, and you got that cover. That cover with, like, I'm going to hold this up a little closer there.
Yeah.
You
Tilt
see,
it
like,
down.
there we go.
There you go.
And it's just, there's something a little leading about that. You go, oh, well, that's what sells a record. I would say there was a follow-up, Manhattan Time, also well worth your time. Great loungy stuff for the lounge. Next, we have the Martini Kings. A contemporary selection
great
by a
one.
contemporary exotica-style band who also does a great selection of lounge stuff. Great stuff. I think this is a selection from several records that was pressed on an LP. It's a really
buy that
great
now.
sounding LP. This is
Yes,
true.
highly
Yeah.
recommended.
Just go yourself to your local vinyl purveyor and have some fun with it. Very lush sounding record. Some great drop-ins.
Lush sounding. For your bar.
By the recently departed Buddy Greco makes a vocal appearance on
Yes,
this record.
yes.
Oh, yeah. A lot of fun. Great selections. Great band. A lot of fun. Are you sensing a theme? Yes. And here we have The Private Life of a Private Eye. Enoch Light and his orchestra. One of my favorite of the easy listening guys. Great. Excellent arrangements. Fantastic Hollywood guys playing on this record. This is basically sort of a fake spy record. It's like a spy soundtrack to a film that was never made. Great stuff. A lot of fun. Sounds an awful lot in the Peter Gunn vein, if you like that sort of thing. I like that sort of thing.
Oh, it's great.
Yep. Fourth, how about a little rock and roll? Well, it's one of
boy.
my favorite bands, and you will never find these guys better than when they're live. This was recorded in 1969 at 2 locations. It's a double record set. They go through a lot of their fun classics, and this tells you why people actually care about these guys at this point in time. Velvet Underground, hard to beat. And how about a little Electric Flag?
The Trip.
I wanted a soundtrack. I grabbed one. I said, oh, yeah, this will do. But definitely. The first album released by these guys, they were very short-lived. It's a very unfortunate thing. They're really a great American band. And this is a movie about an acid trip. Thank you, Roger Corman.
Highly recommended. The movie and the record.
Get the record, get the movie. That's all we have to say. So,
All right, wow.
yeah.
I'll probably have 5 different favorites tomorrow. Well, 4 different favorites tomorrow. Camp Roosevelt will always be
It will
there.
always be number 1.
One of my favorite parts of our living room and our house in general is the fact that nothing was expensive. Almost everything in this house, I would say, with a few exceptions, was either inherited by us, thrifted by us, found on the street, or built by us.
Yeah.
So, it's a fun way to keep costs down. So what are your favorite parts of this room?
Well, I got a couple things in here that I like a lot. And honestly, right now, I'd say the things that we built are definitely things. We have a corner unit right over there that stores liquor. And it has a nice sort of a curved deco angle to it.
Which you did yourself.
Which I did myself. Yep. And then you decored it with some gems so it looks a lot more fancy, and that's kind of nice.
I have to bling everything.
Got to do it. That's the thing. And that's great, and it stores a bunch of stuff, and it's lit, so you can definitely see. And after you imbibe of the contents there, you'll be lit.
Yes.
So
everybody lit.
Everybody's got to get lit. In back of us, and in back of us, we have this fine unit, which is just sort of one of those wall hanging unit things that you used to see in houses in the 60s. And we built because we had a large expanse of wall.
Can't go buy them now.
Had a real Panavision's frame going on here. So I said, well, let's put that together. It was just very simple, just out of some pine, painted it, hang it on the wall, made it large enough to hold LP covers. So that's why we have so much LP art behind us.
Exactly. Well, I have so many favorite things, but I think that my absolute favorite thing is the bar that is right below us that is such a big part of all of these broadcasts, and you rarely see, but you're seeing it today. I love this bar. This bar came from an antique store in New Hampshire in 1994, and it's been with me ever since, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Old friends stick around.
Wherever I move, it's moving with me. Yeah. And one of my favorite things that I've done, crafts-wise, is adding tiger fur to this ancient refrigerator behind us. My parents had this refrigerator for many, many years when we lived on a boat, and we added some tiger fur with hot glue, and I love that too.
Improves it immeasurably.
Exactly.
So here are a few more highlights from the lounge.
Thank you for visiting the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. Be sure to visit our Facebook page for lovely libations, Liquored Up live broadcasts, and more. And don't forget to visit our website for even more recipes and fabulous merchandise. It's always happy hour at the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen.
See you soon!